With us, and it's time to talk some sport. Now, are you a person who never walks alone? I'm talking about you're being a Liverpool fan. Well, if you're a Liverpool fan, then you sure will be interested in this. And of course, if you're anything other than a Manchester City fan as well, you would be interested in this. So, Liverpool have moved within 1 point of getting close to Premier League leaders Manchester City as they emerged impressive winners after a tough examination at Arsenal. Now, Liverpool have now reeled off 9 Premier League wins in succession and are just a point off the top spot. So the big question is, can the Reds beat Manchester City to win the EPL title for a second time in, 3 years? Well, Joel Botte of Joy Sports is here with me as usual, and we'll be doing the conversations right here. Thank you very much for your time. It's good to see you.
Good to see you, Mr.
From your colors, you obviously are not interested in anything. Look, Look Joel, do you have a feeling that we're going to see what we saw some 2 seasons ago when Liverpool picked the title?
Yes, I do, in terms of their edge to which they are pushing to win the title.
Very well.
The season before they won that title, in the 18-19 season, they were actually leading. And at the time, they had a goal scorer in Mohamed Salah. Now, when Mohamed Salah was on fire, he was the kind that everyone felt, no, he's the one who's going to lead Liverpool to the title. Man City brought up something no one expected. We were also 10-plus points behind Liverpool and pushed for the title. Eventually, they won that season with 1 point. 38 games played, 98-97. So, if you look at this season, it's one that we may see something similar to this 18-19-20 season, where it may go down to the wire. And then, where I'm tipping Liverpool is because that season after, they saw that, no, they can't play games with Manchester City. So they're going to push for the title to the end. And I expect that to happen. They would overtake Man City and win the title.
Well, this is not Ghanaian politics, but obviously this is a story of the Big Six. All the more relevant clubs in the English Premier League are lined in the top 6. We want to quickly take a look at this, this table right here. So there we go. Manchester City, they have 98 points after playing 38 games. Following them is the 97 points that Liverpool have, and this of course is, statistics from the 2018-19 season that Botte was referring to. So there we go. So the top 6 in there. Now, this is it, 97 here for Liverpool, and then 98. And then Chelsea were there with 72. The closest to them was Tottenham Hotspur, and then Arsenal, and then Manchester United. So it is just looking kind of similar, just like you said. Now, what is it that you feel is that one factor that will cause that tiebreaker that will break both sides apart? Because this is very close. I mean,
what will make the difference is if you look at the statistics right now, in terms of players that are influencing the game, you look more towards Liverpool. The leading goal scorer currently in the EPL is Mohamed Salah. He has 20 goals. The second best is Diogo Jota, who they recently acquired from Wolves. Now, you come to the next person, and it's Ronaldo, who is not a Manchester City player. You come to Manchester City, who don't have anyone up top in terms of their assists. So, you look at the assist table too, and we have Trent also leading that, and we have Robertson following, and then Mohamed Salah, 11. So these players are what will make the difference. Manchester City would have the stars, they have a deep team, but then Liverpool have the players that are pushing so hard to get the title this season. We can see currently that it's 29 games played, there are 9 games remaining, and with the fixtures remaining, Liverpool face a tougher opposition in terms of more top 6 teams to play compared to Manchester City, who will only face Liverpool in the race.
Very well. All right. So we'll quickly also take a look at those fixtures that we're expecting, the remaining 9 games and how we're expecting them to go. So there we go. These are the games that Liverpool will be playing. On April 2, Watford, they face Watford at home. They play Manchester City away. That sure will be a cracker without a doubt. Now, they play Aston Villa away on April 16, and then 3 days later they play Manchester United, just like Joel has said. And then, of course, there's Everton, that tie on 23rd of April, and on the 30th, Newcastle, and then Tottenham Hotspurs on May 7, and then Southampton on May 15, and then the final day, which will be May 22, where they play Wolves. Of course, by that time, it is hoped that, would see our way clear regarding, how it's going to go. Let's quickly take a look at Manchester City and the games remaining as well. So there we go. Manchester City on April 2 have a game against Burnley, and then they play that big one itself, against Liverpool on the 10th of April. And then Wolves, Brighton at home, Watford at home, Leeds United away, Newcastle United at home, and then West Ham, and then Aston Villa, the final game.
Yeah, so you can see they face only Liverpool, which is a top 6 side currently. The rest, Manchester City can see.
Are you giving any space at all for big surprises?
Yes, I am.
I mean, Manchester United have been surprised very well this season.
Very well, yes. And that's what separates these two sides in terms of the Manchester teams. Manchester United are a bit shaky currently, but Manchester City are focused and are looking to get the title. Where I'm leaving the room for error is where we know Manchester City have had issues with Wolves over the past seasons, and it could be a very dicey one for them. I also expect Brighton to also step up, and Newcastle, because Newcastle now under Eddie Howe and the new players they've gotten, Wood and the likes, it's going to be a tough fixture. Though Manchester City are a top 6 side, Newcastle will be looking to push and get that point and push out of the relegation zone totally. Hopefully by that time they should be safe, but then I believe that side will also pose a little threat to Manchester City.
We've also talked about the individual brilliance. I mean, the goals scored, the assists given, and all of that. I mean, look at both sides and tell me whether you see any form of individual brilliance staring all of us in the face in these remaining 9 games.
Whew. The remaining 9 games.
I'm turning you into an octopus ball, right?
These remaining 9 games. Wow. Manchester City play more of a team than Liverpool. So I'm expecting the individual brilliance to come from Liverpool's end. And I'm looking, the face that I'm imagining is Jota or Salah. Okay. These 2 names are ones that, big moments, they can step up for you. For this title race, I'm leaning more to these 2 guys to make the difference for Liverpool. I expect them to do something wonderful in their fixtures, because they face Manchester United, they face Tottenham, and there's a Merseyside derby with Everton. These are some of the games that you expect these players to make the difference, and that's why I'll tip them for their individual brilliance to sail Liverpool through.
All right, away from all of it, once again, the very difficult one. How do you feel? I mean, yeah, sometimes these things are non-football factors, but sometimes they come to play.
Yeah.
The red side or the light blue side, eventually?
Whew. Let me take the red side. Even though I'm not in red, or not a red fan.
We should go back to your prediction table on Joy Sports and see what you said ahead of the start of the season.
Yeah.
Whether you are contradicting yourself now.
I see what you did there, but let's lean more towards the Reds. Let's lean more towards the Reds. I see the edge they're pushing. The past 9 games, they've not lost a single game, and Manchester City have drawn with the likes of Crystal Palace, even though they rested players against Sporting Lisbon. Still seeing that effect from it.
Okay, so you're leaning towards the red side. Well, let's give ourselves a few. I mean, nine match days, pretty substantial. 27 points to gather from there. So let's see how all of it goes. So that's it for now. And remember that we're going to be bringing you some analysis later this evening on Prime Sport with Gary. And of course, there's a lot to follow from the sports page of myjoyonline.com and also all of our social media handles. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back tomorrow with another thing to discuss. My name is Nathaniel Adams.